Welcome to episode 2 of the I Know I'm Right podcast. Got my host, AJ Stanley.
Got my other host, Kyle Anselon, with us.
How do you feel? We are on week number 2 of the I Know I'm Right.
I feel pretty good. We had a lot of support with our episode. I was happy with it.
Yeah, so our first episode as of now has about 70 views, and then we made a YouTube short. Like 2.5 thousand views on that short.
So I vibe with that. The goal this week, I was talking to Kyle, was 100 views on the podcast.
How many
itself.
subscribers? How many subscribers?
Subscribers? How many subscribers do we have?
We're at 23 right now.
23? Give me 50 subscribers.
50. All right. So
Slow.
50 subscribers.
But it's there.
Let's do it. 100 listens, all platforms.
Yeah, all of it. So a couple changes we made for this week. We did mic up Tony.
Let's go.
Maybe. Hopefully it sounds
Hopefully.
good. But
We had some, as you can see, this is not where we were.
last week we
switched it up.
Well, it's just what happens, all right? We got headphones on this week.
Yeah,
So
that's something
we don't
good
sound
did.
like an Xbox mic.
Yeah, hopefully we sound a lot better. Last week, we didn't realize how many people would be watching and how many people would have some opinions. So we're going to read them out, kind of give other people's reasons on if they voted me or if they voted Kyle. I believe the winner of last week
It was me by a long
was
shot.
Kyle.
By a long shot.
But we did have Tony pick that I was the winner, but, you know, we'll be fine. But
I think the viewer should choose. when
I
we
agree.
announce it
I agree.
every week.
The only thing I can say is that y'all obviously are not fans of Michael Jackson's and do not wish that he's
Only
still
thing I
alive
can say
with
is
us.
I know I'm right.
You're so funny. Okay. Do we have the comments, Miss Stanley?
We do.
All right.
Can
Give me
you,
some of them.
So, some of the usernames I will not mention because they might be spelled a little bit differently, but we'll start with Nehemiah. They
Ooh,
said,
he
I'm
sounds
not
interesting.
sure why I'm laughing.
Because it's a
Oh.
great podcast. That's why
It's
you're
good.
laughing.
Nehemiah's a funny
Taylor
name.
Anderson 3200 said, Lord help y'all.
Mm.
Understandable.
We do need a lot of help, bud.
He does help us through our greatest times.
Haley W331 said, average AJ and Kyle conversation.
This is true. This is how this started. Was me and Kyle.
We're just like, yo, let's make a podcast.
This was our conversations.
Grace_Dale said, my last 2 brain cells.
Well, we got
Yeah.
one.
Exactly. The math is just off already, so just don't
That
try.
just isn't mathing
That
for
that
y'all.
didn't. No,
One
that
plus
was
one-
her last 2
1
brain
plus
cells.
1 equals 2.
Her last 2 brain cells.
I'm losing brain cells.
She lost
listening to
her
it
last
right
2
now.
brain cells. Us combined have 0 brain cells.
Combined, we both have 1.
Listen.
You do
nope.
have one good comment, and
Oh.
that's from Brian DOTY 2007. It
Okay.
said, this is going to be an awesome podcast.
Thank
Because you
Brian.
already know it, brother.
That's right. Thank you, Brian. Thank you.
Hey, I got a question for you.
What's your question?
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Is a hot dog a sandwich? Okay, let's classify what a sandwich is. Let's go through that. Define a sandwich for me.
Sandwich, okay? You got
Okay.
meat, bun.
Well, here's my only
Smash
thing.
smash it together.
Let me ask you this. Is a sandwich consisting of only one piece of bread?
Technically, a hot dog has 2
Uh,
pieces of bread.
Not all hot dogs have 2 pieces of bread.
What other hot dogs do you eat?
What hot dog do you eat where it's 2 pieces of bread? What do you eat? A hot dog sandwich?
Yes. That's exactly what you eat. Because, like, you can rip the hot dog off, the hot
Yeah.
dog bun off.
Yeah, but they don't come like that.
Does bread come sliced? No.
But it's 2 separate.
Bread does
I
come
no.
Well,
A
it does,
bun-
but, like, somebody has to cut it.
But a bun, Tony. The whole point of a hot dog bun
Or
is
is it-
that it's not in 2.
Or is a hot dog a taco?
I'm more in favor that a hot dog is a taco.
I think a hot dog's a sandwich and a taco. Is a
But it
taco a
can't-
sandwich?
Coming from someone who loves tacos, I think y'all just disrespecting them.
Dude, I love tacos. Are my favorite thing to eat.
But hold on, this is actually a really good question. If what makes a hot dog, what makes a taco, and what makes a sandwich?
Cause you got the meat, cheese, and bread. Or,
That's the whole
Or
thing.
shell.
Basically, all it needs is meat and bread to make a sandwich, right?
Yeah.
Then why isn't a taco
in the sandwich category.
It would all have to depend on the wheat being used to create that. Because in a taco, it's a hard shell. In a hot dog, it's a bun. And in a sandwich, it is 2 slices of bread.
A bun is bread.
A hard shell.
You find buns in the bread aisle.
Technically, that would be classified under the wheat category.
Bread, wheat, same
Bread
thing.
is composed of wheat.
It's
bread is not
the
wheat.
same thing.
No. All right, Kyle. In Minecraft, you harvest wheat. You put the wheat on a crafting table. Therefore, does that crafting table make wheat? No. When you put it together, it makes bread.
Why does it come back to Minecraft?
Well, what I'm trying to explain is that wheat is what composes of. Wheat is what
Can you make a hot dog
bread.
in Minecraft? Can you make a sandwich
in Minecraft?
It's probably a mod somewhere or somehow.
Yeah, but no, wheat and bread are not. Wheat is what makes bread, but that does not mean that. Because if you just put straight wheat on a sandwich, that's disgusting, right?
We gotta mix it together to make bread.
Exactly.
Wheat and some other eggs and some other things.
I don't
mixed
even
together.
know.
I don't know how to make bread.
I don't know where I was going with this. Really, I kind of lost. I don't even know what I think anymore.
Tony, what do you think? Do you think a hot dog is a sandwich?
I don't really like hot dogs, so that's my thoughts on that. I know it's not a taco. I've lost brain cells after this conversation.
Do you know where hot dogs come from?
Okay, we're not going into that. We're not going.
I actually don't know where hot dogs come from.
We're not gonna go into that.
Is it bad?
It's like dead horses and meats and stuff, and they smush them together.
It's leftover pig. Blend it together.
Really?
From what I heard.
Huh.
When I first found out about that,
So you're eating a pig sandwich.
That's disgusting.
I mean, you're technically eating pork.
So wait a minute, is a hot dog the same as a barbecue sandwich?
Barbecue sandwiches, that's pork.
If pork and pig, yeah, that would make sense. Then a hot dog is actually classified as a barbecue sandwich.
No, it's not. It's different parts of the pig to make barbecue, and then different parts.
What
of
do
the
you
pig.
do? Work at a smokehouse now? You work at an ice cream place, Kyle.
I do. Next topic. I've been waiting for this
Okay.
all day. Moon landing. Is it real or fake? I think it's real. Actually, no. I know it's real.
I would like to encourage the idea that the moon landing was fake. That means I'm open to the concept of it being real, but I believe that there is a possibility and probability.
You really
the
make
moon
my brain
landing was
hurt.
fake.
You make my brain hurt.
With my big intelligent words.
No, with your
Like
lack of
probable.
intelligence.
And possible.
No, it's possible.
And taco.
Let me give you the history of the space race.
Can I give a little bit of context for
Okay.
something? The only reason that I'm there's a couple things that I want to bring up. One, this is the guy who's missed NASA on an English test.
Okay.
Who proceeded to have NASA on his shirt.
The same day.
He missed if it had dots or not, like if it was an what's the word? An abbreviation. He missed that when he could have looked at his hoodie and saw NASA on it.
Sometimes in clothing, it doesn't matter.
Kyle, NASA I would have had to take my bet on the clothing brand that I was wearing. Also, isn't there a topic about satellites I feel like we got into?
Yeah, if you look up into
Yeah, no,
the
this is the
sky
guy
at
that thinks
night.
apparently
No.
you can see a satellite
no,
in the sky.
You absolutely
can't see it.
can. You absolutely can, because
Kyle believes he has 100
I have a
vision.
NASA app on my phone, and it tells me when the ISS, the International Space Station, is right above us.
But you can't see a satellite from
That is a
that
satellite.
far, Kyle.
Yes, you can.
Or is it a UFO?
It
Exactly.
literally
Thank you,
says,
Tony.
it says the ISS is 10 minutes away from you. Go outside if you want to go watch it.
I don't care about your NASA app because apparently the NASA app and the NASA brand of clothing you were wearing, you didn't trust to give you the correct spelling on a grammar test.
The question was, which one was right? N.A.S.A. or an
I bet you
essay.
remember it too. I bet you have a good idea.
The correct answer was B. I put A. Because NASA means
Knowing you used to put like NASA or something.
NASA means I don't know what it means. But it means something each letter. So that's why that was my thought process.
But NASA is not spelled, in fact, with abbreviations.
Correct.
Or dots.
Because I don't know what the logistic reasons are.
Good. That's good. I'm glad that you realize now. I say all of this to say that though Kyle is very interested in space technology and NASA, he also can mistake his facts to believe that satellites are visible.
They are.
No, yeah, I don't. No matter what you say, I will never believe that. I've never seen one with my eyes. Never
The
seen.
next time I get that notification when I'm with you,
we'll go get one.
I'll point it to
Tell
the
the
sky.
comments right now if y'all can go outside and see a satellite. Tell us.
Look,
Let us know.
If you follow I Know I'm Right podcast on Instagram, I'll put it on our story when I get that notification.
Put it on the story whenever, because I don't believe it and I've never seen a satellite. And I think whatever app you downloaded was a waste of $5.
It was free.
All right, yeah. Go back to what were we talking about? Go.
We were talking about if the moon landing with Neil. I gotta sneeze. With
Go ahead, get it out.
it's not coming.
It's
Neil Armstrong.
not coming.
My hand's right here. Hey,
Maybe we need to figure that out.
the moon landing with Neil Armstrong. Is that real? Was he the first man on the moon?
Give me your points on why it would be real, and I'll give you my points on why I think it would be fake.
So it was Apollo 11. Is that true? Apollo 11.
Dude, I thought Neil Patrick Harris was the person who. Like,
Neil Patrick Harris is not the person I said.
already
We said
lost
Neil
me. I have
Armstrong.
nothing about Apollo Creed.
No,
Our co-host Tony's not helping.
I'm sorry. I
This
didn't
is
know about
also-
Michael Jackson.
just pointing things out. Tony is the person that, when asked to describe how a person in a story she was reading in class
Oh, do not tell the story.
was feeling at the time, he was pacing back and forth, which would have meant he was contemplating something. Tony said he was constipated.
In my sixth
So,
grade mind, it was the
To
same.
say that we can trust Tony's opinion on this, I would have to.
Dude, I had a Waffle House yesterday and it tore up my stomach.
That's good. I hope our viewers enjoy that.
Like, it's bad.
It's okay. Listen, just when you ask to use my bathroom later on, just know the answer's
What
no.
was the question? I will find the answer for you, Kyle.
Was it Apollo 11 with Neil Armstrong on it? I think I'm like 99% sure it was.
There's gonna be like some science buff that's gonna be
In the
like,
comments.
they're gonna be like, you're all wrong with your details. It's gonna be like, it's not Neil Patrick Harris.
Well, I said Neil Armstrong.
Yeah, well,
She said Neil Patrick Harris. I don't know where she got that from.
same place you got constipated from.
Yes, I believe you're correct.
Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, I was right. I'm smart like that.
Okay.
Anyways, my ears are getting hot with these headphones on. Do you hear my toe pop?
Shut up.
Apollo 11 was the first successful landing on the moon. Actually, I think that's wrong. Was the first landing on the moon where humans walked on the moon.
Okay.
All the other Apollos either blew up or they couldn't get out the thing.
Okay. So, let's give some more context. All right. The space race was Russia and America's race to the moon, right?
Right.
Tell me, encourage the idea that would America not fake getting to the moon to act like they beat Russia?
They had literally photo evidence.
Tell me this. All right, I've always wondered this. If Neil Armstrong was the first man on the moon, who was the cameraman, Kyle? Who was the cameraman on the moon?
He could still be the first one on the moon.
But how did he get?
he could still.
But the video of him walking, they captured. What are you telling me?
On
They
the
would
space
lie.
station.
They would lie and tell us that they captured the first walk on the moon,
on the space station.
when in reality, some cameraman is the one who landed on the moon.
On the space station, there was a camera that came out of the shuttle, so they can capture that moment.
Okay, would you verify the position, the opening I ought to have on the camera? Then what?
There's that foot coming down.
There he is. There's a foot coming down the steps.
Let me ask you this: when did we land on the moon?
1973, I think.
1970s. You're telling me they could make that, but in 1970s we still had a phone on the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that doesn't make sense to me.
It's
I don't
literally-
believe it.
It just hit a button, and the thing goes.
Put it back. Retract it back. Yeah, we're done. Listen, what I'm saying is that they're claiming that they have all that technology when they went through 11 Apollos. Kyle, 10 Apollos dies. 10
died or
Apollos
couldn't
died.
Make it. Because
What?
They ran out of fuel. They died, or they couldn't make it.
And you're
They
telling
had
me
their
that
home-
on the
return
11th
home.
try they got it? No. And we haven't been back to the moon since. Wouldn't you think that if we had made it there, we would have been back by now?
That is a little fishy part about
Uh-huh.
that situation.
Why did we never decide to go to the moon?
Because we built the International Space Station. They sent up this guy. You know the thing you can see when I get the notification from my app.
That's
They actually recently sent a new crew up there. On SpaceX.
You're the type of guy that believes the Google pictures of the Earth are real.
Dude, I saw the Google car yesterday.
Wait, like the what is the Google car? It's like the guy that takes the pictures of
Yeah, when you go on Google Maps.
the stalker car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, kind of. When you put that little orange dude
Yeah,
on the road and you like go,
your sound effects are crazy. Yeah, that's
I don't have any to put in.
but yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm glad that you did that. Did the Google car catch the moon landing?
No,
Then why did we get on that?
because we were talking about the Google car.
Listen,
I really couldn't tell you how we
what
got
I'm
on that
trying to
topic.
explain is that the idea that we beat Russia to the moon is improbable.
We had about, I want to say 30,000 people.
Tony, you look like you have something to say.
Well, it's a question for Kyle.
Okay.
But since you are supporting it, so there is a picture of when they got on the moon or whatever, and there is a flag in it. And people have said that's like weird. The flag's like waving, but there's.
Oh.
I saw this and I was ready for this question.
Oh,
What's up with that?
Okay, so you know how in space, there's like zero gravity, right?
yeah.
Okay. A flag can't necessarily just go up. So it has to like kind of go out.
That doesn't make much sense.
Do you have a flag? with
What
you?
you're telling me?
No gravity, okay? There is a little gravity on the moon.
Yeah, there's a little gravity. So, and so the flag is waving like there's wind.
Well, different parts of gravity
That
or no gravity.
doesn't make much sense. Also, okay, well, let's bring about this. In the picture, why is there a shadow behind Neil Armstrong? Huh? Tell me.
Because on the I don't know the other guy's name.
Buzz.
Yeah.
Buzz
it is
Aldridge.
Buzz something.
Yeah, beat that, Mr. Holloway.
First of all, how did you know that?
I don't know. Pulled that right out my rear end.
Anyways, so they had cameras on their bodies, on their astronaut suits, and that's why the other Buzz took the photo.
No, but what about the shadow, Kyle? Why was there a shadow there? There's no sun.
There is sun. The sun is still in space.
Yeah, then why is all space black then? That doesn't make sense.
Reflections. Why do we have shadows on Earth? Why is there a shadow right
He makes a point.
there? Actually, that's the curtain.
he makes a point. Listen, I'm not saying that it's.
Why is there a shadow
Impossible.
right there on your screen? That's the curtain still.
What are we
It's right
looking
there.
at?
It's right there. Look on your camera.
Yeah. Wait, that camera?
Yeah, there's a shadow right there.
Oh, thank you. Put your hand out.
I need to unlock the seat.
Okay. Okay. Well, let me ask you this: if we're on this topic of space, do you
Yeah.
believe that aliens could possibly exist?
I mean, in the Bible, they don't really say anything about that.
Yeah, but I mean, couldn't
I'm not gonna lie to you. The thoughts crossed my head a few times.
AJ, are you contradicting the Bible?
I'm not-
You're gonna be going
excuse me.
on Kyle's side over here.
listen? The Bible never specifies if it did or did not create aliens.
That's true.
Let's amuse the thought for a second. Intelligent life from another planet.
It would have been in the Bible.
Would it have been in the Bible?
Actually,
Or did possibly what we believe to be UFOs come from the ocean, bringing back to my point from last week?
what, your whales?
That
Your
no,
whales from last week.
I'm saying aliens are sea creatures. I've been. Someone did catch me, and someone did send me a message asking what did Jonah get swallowed by, where I proceeded to say a whale, and proved me wrong.
Yes.
So I apologize for the whale conspiracy theory. That has been proven wrong. So
Yeah, I know I'm right.
shut up. Listen,
Point, Kyle.
but couldn't it be possible that because we decide that we're going to explore our space so much, why aren't we exploring the ocean? Why don't we explore the ocean, Kyle? Tell me.
Because we have the last time we tried to explore the ocean, it literally crushed the thing.
What are you talking about to crush the thing?
The
We're talking about the billionaires
yeah,
that
the
went on a
billionaire-
submarine.
Yeah, the submarine thing. It literally said, "Oh."
No, that doesn't give them an excuse to not explore the ocean.
I mean, like the ocean's
What's down there,
pretty
Kyle?
deep. The Loch Ness monster.
He could be down there.
Do you believe in the Loch Ness monster?
I do believe in the Loch Ness monster.
Yeah.
I believe that the Loch Ness monster is like any other sea creature. I think it's a normal
I think it's a dragon,
sea creature. Oh, you think it's a dragon?
an underwater dragon. Read Joe 41. It tells you all about it.
I like dragons. Dragons are cool.
It's
Did
like
you
an
know
underwater-
that, Kyle, that dragons and dinosaurs are the same thing?
Are they though?
Yes, they are, because dinosaur wasn't invented. The word wasn't invented until the 1800s. So before that. I feel like we've been very intelligent this podcast. I feel smart. I feel good.
We still haven't got to the point where like, is the moon landing real or fake? I still think it's real.
But it's obviously fake, though, for the fact.
Now, why haven't we gone back in like
Why haven't
50
we
plus
gone back?
years?
I'll tell you why we haven't gone
I
back.
don't know.
Because we never made it there in the first place.
We made it there.
No, we didn't.
I was talking.
They took Neil Armstrong and his buddy Buzz. They were probably drinking some liquor. They were high, okay?
Look here in space.
No, this is down on Earth. The government looked at them and were like, listen, we need you to shoot a video. We'll act like you're astronauts. You'll go down in history, but in reality, you never
So you're
went there.
telling me if they got a green screen, it would have been perfectly fine.
I think they got a green screen. I think that they got wind, and I think they didn't think about it because I don't think it's possible. I don't think that they could have had wind and shadows in space.
Some people question the fact that there were no stars in the picture. Like, it's just pitch black. And
So a black screen. If
I
you
mean,
will.
we don't really know what camera they used. Well, at least I don't.
Yeah, it's pretty wild that they had that good of a camera back then to go to space.
I could just take the lens,
Yeah, but it doesn't make sense.
like a GoPro, the -01 GoPro.
Well, have you heard that we're going back to the moon?
Shortly, I have.
Yeah, we were going back. I think the suits are going to be like black this time. And cooler.
Now when you take the picture, you can't see them because there's no light.
I didn't know where you were going with that. Listen,
That may not make the final cut.
that's not gonna. No, Miss Anselin's not passing that one. Listen, I would be more amused that if you said that like we've been to the moon, but not. I think we've been to the moon. I just don't think we went when we did.
When do you think we went to the moon?
I don't think they told us.
They did, 1973.
But I think that was not when we made it to the moon.
It is dogs barking if you can hear it.
I don't understand that. I don't get that. I'll disagree with that. And I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna say that there's some moon theorists out there that are gonna say and agree with me that the moon landing was fake. But let's discover something for a moment. Okay, let's think about something.
I've been thinking the whole entire podcast,
No,
but
you haven't. All right, let's really dig down and deep and think. I don't really know where I was going with that. I just
where are you going?
no.
Where are you going? To space?
No, my problem is
I'll go looking at the satellite.
explain to me how satellites are in the sky and how I can see a satellite.
So their main base is, one of their main bases are in Texas. Okay, they take
In Texas.
yeah
One of their main bases in Texas.
Texas.
How can Texas is
and
not in
Florida.
the sky, Kyle? Texas is
I
on
said
the
their
planet
main.
Earth.
I said their
Texas is on the
main-
ground.
I said
You-
their main base.
You can't see Texas.
I said their main base.
But
Wait,
Texas is not in the Texas is on the ground.
Right, I said their main base. I was telling you the backstory.
How can the sky they have a sky base like Minecraft?
I was telling you the backstory. Can I tell you the backstory? You're gonna keep talking.
Continue about your Texas as a planet theory.
I didn't say Texas as a planet.
You did.
Did I say that?
I didn't hear Texas was a planet.
I didn't either.
I heard Texas was a sky base.
You know what I heard? They make up stuff.
Continue.
Okay, Texas on Earth, okay, in America, okay, is one of their main bases. I think there's a base in Florida. I could be wrong, but they send a rocket up into the sky. When it gets to the atmosphere, the rocket breaks to the satellite and it expands.
But why can I see? If I can't see across the room, Kyle, let's look at you for a second. If you can't see across the room and tell me what's on the board in math class, how am I to believe that you can see a satellite in pitch black of dark?
That's because I'm blind.
That's 400 feet
That's
away.
why I wear glasses.
Your glasses make you be able to see 400 feet away. Those are some super glasses.
No, you
That-
actually,
That
it's more than 400 feet. It's a lot more than 400
so,
feet.
Yeah, so tell me how we're going to be able to see that.
You can see it a good distance.
Yet I can't see the board in math class.
Well, Kyle is here. He's at the podcast.
Let's talk for a minute, Kyle. All right, we have a couple questions
Kyle,
for
come
you.
here. Come here.
Do you believe that the moon landing is
This
in
is
fact
Kyle. This is cool, Kyle.
This is the better Kyle. Do we think that the moon landing could in fact be fake?
No.
Why? Tell me why.
Tell me why it would be.
Because there was shadows
Speak right there.
and wind and no stars in the sky. Those are our 3 points that we've been over.
Because there's shadow and wind.
And no stars in the sky.
Okay. Gosh, I've heard about the wind. I can't remember.
Yeah. Or do you want to go ahead and get to the real argument here? Can you see satellites at night in the sky?
Can you see satellites
At night in the sky.
I can't say that I can.
Okay, thank you. Someone agrees with me that
Okay,
satellites
but
are not visible.
But
Like the lights flashing on them or the satellites
We're
themselves?
just talking about lights flashing on them.
we got Tony back in the room.
All right, we got the whole gang here. Listen, Kyle has proceeded to explain to me that he can see satellites and has a
I feel
superpower.
like Tony should go beside AJ.
Tony, come here. Listen, Kyle believes that he has a superpower and he can see satellites in the sky at night. Here, this is gonna be the newlywed.
Oh no.
Soon to be.
Soon to be.
So what was the question? What are we doing?
Y'all are answering the question.
Can you see satellites at night in the sky?
So I'm defending him, right?
Yeah. We're Team Kyle over here.
Wait, well, I agreed with AJ, I guess.
Okay, because like
Get on that side. Get on that side.
I can't see period. I can't see myself right now. I can't see you. You're blurry. So I really don't know how that's possible. It could be right in front of me. I still can't see it. I'm just blind.
It looks
So-
like a UFO kind of thing.
Well, how do you know it's not a UFO?
Cause I have the app.
The app tells you it's a satellite, but really it's a UFO. Have you ever watched Race to Witch Mountain?
No,
You should.
I've never heard that movie
It would
in my life.
educate both of you.
Have you ever seen it?
Kind of. It was on the TV, but I didn't pay attention. She turned it on and just kind of scrolled.
That's a conversation for another time. Anyway, so he's uneducated. You're uneducated. We've seen Race to Witch Mountain, so we know the truth about everything.
Our mother, I come home every day and mother's
That's like
watching
that's like
UFOs.
saying you watch a TikTok and like you're a genius.
Race to
'Cause
Witch Mountain is not a
It has
TikTok.
I never
Dwayne
said
The
it
Rock
was.
Johnson. Of course it's
The
true.
Rock.
I want you to hear you say that what Dwayne The Rock Johnson said is not true.
Dwayne, don't kill me. But it's not.
Trust me, buddy, I don't think Dwayne's listening.
Maybe one day.
Don't think
Maybe
Dwayne's
one
listening.
day. Let me have my hopes up.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Listen, okay, let's give another one for Kyle and Tony here. We were talking about aliens. What do we think about aliens? Do you believe that they could be real? Do you believe that they could be real?
Kyle, you go first.
I also don't believe that aliens are real.
I think they could very well be real, but no, AJ, they're not the whale or a sea creature.
we talked about this.
Now,
Do you
are
not
you?
believe in whales too?
No. I believe in whales. No, I was. My question was, are aliens real or have aliens been like? Do you think they're real on Earth
Real.
in general?
Yeah.
Yes, I believe there is life outside of
Outside of Earth.
Earth. Yes.
Are you an alien?
Now, do
Put
you,
that back in your mouth. Put that back.
I feel like you gotta watch the YouTube version of this to understand
Put
what's
that
happening.
back in your I don't know. Don't do that again. That was terrible. What were you about to say before Kyle decided that he did?
do
Go
y'all
ahead.
believe aliens have made it to planet Earth?
I actually believe that aliens are from planet Earth.
You think they're from planet Earth?
I believe they're in the ocean.
So, like the ones they discovered in Mexico a few
Oh,
months
you
ago,
you read those too. I read those too.
Wait a minute, what?
It's real.
they had like court, like
Yeah.
they declared that they were aliens or something like that.
Did you know
I don't believe
Congress
they're
also
real.
sent out something about UFOs and
Okay, if they have the technology to make it to planet Earth, why wouldn't they take over?
because they're from planet Earth, Kyle, why would they take over their whole entire country?
Why would they stay in hiding? What are they hiding? What do they have to hide?
The fact that they're Atlantis and that they're whales.
So whales do exist. They're just aliens.
They're of the same species. If you watched last week's podcast, and you can understand.
Yeah, I'm not up to date with last week.
Listen, what I'm saying is that. What are you looking at?
My ring. There was something on it.
Let's just take, for instance, okay, Kyle. I want you to look at Tony. I want you to look at her really good, okay?
Yeah.
There's two of us.
Both Kyle. I want you to look at her really good. Let's just take some notable features about Tony here. For
You got
starters,
sunglasses?
the fact that
What?
Nothing. Don't worry
Tony's
about
eyes are a little bigger than everybody's eyes.
Did you have to go there on the podcast?
Wait, I didn't hear you say.
Tony has once been called a wounded deer before. So, is it a chance that Tony could be an alien in hiding? I would like to say yes. I could think that the possibility of aliens in hiding is a real thing.
Tony's your sister.
Kyle, walk very lightly on this topic.
it. Okay.
Answer this question very
Well,
wisely.
My original response was gonna say
There is a wrong answer.
there is a chance, but it'd be very low.
That Tony's an alien.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's
That
a
makes
chance.
sense. I like
There's
that.
a chance
That's
I'm
good.
an alien.
That's good. Yeah, that's exactly.
Like, how do we know there aren't like whole families that are aliens? Like,
Because I can't go to space.
What are you talking about?
well, like,
Aliens don't have to be in space. They're here. They're literally like
well, how do
walking amongst
how do we
us.
know they
The
aren't? Yeah,
ocean.
like, how do you know they're not amongst us? Like, the neighbors next door. Like, you see them doing something weird. Like,
Dude, they're
how do you know they're not
definitely
aliens?
They're
Yeah, I was about
for
to
sure aliens.
we have some weird neighbors. I see them going outside, and then like, that sounds really stupid. I see my neighbors going outside, and that makes them weird.
No, but they take their trash out like 10 times a day. Like,
Yeah.
I've never seen someone so obsessed with taking their trash out.
Maybe
Also,
they don't want their house to
I
smell
have seen
bad.
my neighbor at Barnes and Noble before. That is probable alien life form.
Possibly a stalker.
So like, neighbors aren't supposed to go out into society as well.
Tony, you answered this one. You seem that you love neighbors.
Oh yeah, 'cause, I love people in general. No, they shouldn't. Neighbors should not be in the same place at the same time. Your house is here, our house is there. You don't interact. You don't speak to each other.
So why is it okay for y'all to leave your house?
I said they could leave, but they can't go where we're going. Like, I'm gonna watch AJ get into his car and then follow him to Barnes and Nobles. Like, that's weird.
And suck his brains out.
But how do you know
Yes.
AJ didn't follow them there?
Because we're not aliens.
But they might not be either. But they could be. Or y'all could be. You're just not going to tell me. Why would you tell me?
Would you date Kyle if he was an alien?
She would never
No.
know.
Better question is, would you marry Kyle if he was an alien?
I'm not sure if I marry him after this conversation. This has gotten really intense. This is a really deep conversation.
We started something. Actually.
So, guys,
Actually, we started something we
first
should never
fight.
have.
And it started over if you would marry each other because if y'all were aliens.
Because you weren't aliens.
I mean, Kyle, would you date an alien?
They had to be cute.
So if it's any cute aliens out there, again, we're gonna plug Kyle's Instagram in here.
Instagram below again.
Instagram below, hit him up.
This Kyle is taken
He's looking for a
to
prom.
her.
That
Wait,
Kyle.
which Kyle?
This one.
Oh, I
It's
was gonna
taken.
say cool Kyle.
Is engaged.
He's definitely into aliens though. I could see him with an alien, for sure.
Is this you coming
He
out
is
about
with
being an
an
alien?
No, I'm not an alien, AJ. No,
You just made it sound like you were.
I was
'Cause
throwing
you said
shade.
I was
I
definitely
was throwing
into aliens.
shade. You're mad because I'm right on this. It's called I know I'm right, right?
That's what the name of the podcast
Yeah,
is.
you know
correct?
I'm right. So that's why you're mad. Look what y'all did. This is gonna cause a war.
Look what
Weddings
you made
off.
me do.
Don't quote Taylor Swift on this podcast. This
We already
is not Taylor
we did it last
Swift.
week.
Who quoted it? You or him?
That was me.
Kyle.
That was me saying that you're trying to compare Michael Jackson to Taylor Swift. Oh, that's what I was.
We can
runs in
compare
the
her to
blood.
an alien if you want to do
name.
that.
Listen, I think it's time we stop the weds, the soon to be weds. Possibly, maybe that's changed after this.
We'll let you know in the next podcast.
Next podcast is still engaged.
We hope support for Kyle and Tony. Listen, I think we've said all we can say.
I think now it's up to the people to decide who's right, who's wrong.
I think it's up to the viewers. Let's go ahead and get 2 votes in right now, though. Tony, is the moon landing fake or real?
Fake.
Kyle, real or fake, moon landing. Here we go.
You already know my answer. It's real.
I'm Team Kyle. Like, we're Team Kyle over here.
I would be Team Kyle if my sister wasn't an alien and would be able to tell me that information. Listen, I think it's up for the viewers to describe. I think it's up for the viewers to decide. Remember that the
There's
loser...
going to be a poll on Instagram. There's also going to be a poll on YouTube.
And remember that the loser of this season has to eat a ghost pepper for as many right or wrong.
And so far, it's 1-0.
The Michael Jackson one, I would like people to reconsider, please.
No, it's done and deal. We filmed it today.
When you see Michael Jackson pop up
TikTok.
with Drake,
We've been over this last week.
whatever. I think that's all she wrote, Kyle.
That's all she wrote. I'm a humble man because I ride a scooter.